But how do you re-release Mutagen Man with no accessories? What? Hello everybody, welcome to Geek Dad Life. It's your host, Jay Glatfelter here. This review is originally going to be about the latest, retro repack from Playmates, and I really was excited about this one because it had 4 villain characters that haven't been released in a while or not released that often, and the one that I was most excited about had a huge fail on Playmates' part. And I want to give a caveat that I know there are far more important things in the world for us to be worried about or frustrated about or mad about. But this one was just such a disappointment. I was so looking forward to it. I was so looking forward to, sharing this with my kids. And that got thrown by the wayside for a really curious and frustrating decision on Playmates' part. All right, not gonna waste any more time. Let's just jump into my reactions as I opened up this figure. All right, I gotta open up Mutagen Man first because honestly, that's the reason I bought this set. So we'll start with him. Looking at the box, inside the box, I'm worried because I don't see anything with this Mutagen Man. He doesn't have a gun and doesn't have his little pieces that go inside. That's gonna be a big miss. We won't know until we take it out, but I don't see any in there, and it's concerning that there is nothing on the package showing that as well. Ooh, I don't know. Is this going to be a miss? That's a big miss if you don't include the little, pieces that go inside the Mutagen Man. Now, for my vintage one, I still have those little pieces, and they aren't even, removed from their tree. But how do you re-release Mutagen Man with no accessories? What? That is a bummer. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That is frustrating. How do you not do that? I mean, I guess you could say, well, Jay, you really just want to make sure you could have one you could put water in. But if you don't have those accessories already, you're kind of, you have to go buy those. That's no fun. That's a bummer. All right, so let's look at it. Let's look at it side by side with a vintage one. Very similar. I'm trying to see like what you can kind of differentiate the two, so to make sure you're getting a vintage one. Nothing quite stands out other than it just feels a little bit smaller, like a touch smaller. And yeah, there's no. So yeah, they didn't even make the little pack to hook this tube to. So this is useless. Wow, this is a huge, huge disappointment. Honestly, this is so disappointing. I guess I just want you to hook it back here. Really? I might return this thing. That's really frustrating. That, I think the figure a lot of us really wanted out of this set was to get a new Mutagen Man. And they've basically just elected not to do any of the yellow accessories. So a cost-cutting move that really, right off the bat, detracts from this set. That is a huge miss. I can't believe they cheaped out that bad on this. So you're looking at $50 for 4 figures. What is that? $12.50 a figure? And you're reusing sculpts. That's a huge miss. Is the Wingnut and Screwloose going to be missing the wings? Like, what is going on? That's a bummer. I don't know if they lost the sculpt. I don't know whatever reasoning why. But to be honest, I'm ticked off. And I'm not, you know me, I'm not that often upset, but that's disappointing. One of the coolest figures in the original line, and you can't even give him his gun. You can't even give him the tank attachment, and you can't even give him the little pieces that you put inside. Why even fill it up with water if you can't put the little pieces in there? Ugh. Well, now I'm ticked off. Maybe I shouldn't have led with that. All right, well, Wingnut and Screwloose, they look like they have a lot of accessories. Sadly, the other 3 figures with this set, the Wingnut and Screwloose, the Leatherhead, and the Foot Soldier, turned out pretty good. They did a pretty good job recreating those figures. But unfortunately, the negative impact of the Mutagen Man outweighed the really great efforts on the other 3 figures. All right, so again, a fun set with 3 really good recreations of the vintage figures or re-releases of the vintage figures. But I gotta be completely honest, I am so freaking disappointed with this Mutagen Man. This was a lazy re-release that the figure itself looks really good. I just don't know how you skip on giving him his gun, giving him his tank that connects the tube that you made for. All you did was just add a little piece right here. I think that's already there to hold. Yeah, it's already there to hold the tank on the original mold. Like, did their archives just omit the yellow accessories that went with him? So, you know, if they would have, you know, just given his yellow accessories, I would have said for $50, I think it's a pretty good buy. You're getting some really good re-releases, especially if you want a Mutagen Man, you can actually fill up with water and play with your kids. I think it's a really good buy. You're looking at $12.50 a figure. That's not bad in today's market. But the fact that they went so lazy and so cheap on arguably the figure we probably wanted the most out of this set is a huge miss and a huge disappointment. I'm bummed, and Playmates, it's just these packs have been so hit or miss, and sometimes you nail it, and sometimes you fall way short. 3 out of 4 figures are really good, but this one is so frustrating that I cannot give this one the Geek Dad Life buy rating. I would say avoid it. And Playmates, do better next time, because this is a big disappointment. I want to thank the people that make this show possible. My patrons, you can find a full list of them right here. If you'd like to help this channel grow, become a patron today at patreon.com/geekdadlife. Definitely check out some of my other videos on this channel, like this one that YouTube wants you to check out, and one of my more recent videos. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.